Good evening, everybody. At this time, I'd like to call the May 18th, 2023 regular meeting of the Common Council of the City of Plattsburgh to order. Please rise and join me in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ms. Carlin, will you please conduct a roll?
Mayor Rosenquist. Counselor Vaughn.
Here.
Counselor Kelly.
Here.
Counselor Gibb. Here. Counselor Talon.
Here.
Counselor Bob. Here. Counselor Moore.
Here.
All councilors have received a copy of the minutes of the May 4th, 2023 regular meeting. If there are no additions, deletions, or corrections, I will now entertain a motion to accept the meeting minutes as presented. Counselor Gibbs? Counselor Bob? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. I will now recognize those in the audience who wish to share their thoughts and concerns with council on any topic. Please come to the podium to be acknowledged. When called upon, we ask that you please state your legal name and address for the record. And you don't seem to have any. Okay. So moving on, we will now go to the committee reports. Each standing committee is chaired by a councilor, and I will call on the chairperson of each committee, starting with city operations, and that's me, Councilor Talon. So we have one resolution on tonight's agenda, and I'm pretty excited about it. So next we will go to the finance and economic development. Mayor Rosenquist is attending a NICOM conference at the finance CDO committee's request. Items 7.104 and 7.110 are on tonight's agenda. City infrastructure, Councilor Kelly.
No updates.
Okay. Public safety, Councilor Bob.
We have a couple items on the agenda tonight, items 7.105 through 7.108. Other than that, we continue to work on ideas to improve public safety. A lot of great ideas have come from the public, so if you have ideas, please do not hesitate to reach out. We do take them into consideration and even if it takes some time, we do try to put them into action. So please give us your feedback.
Fantastic. We will now move on to liaison reports. Plattsburgh Public Library, Councilor Moore.
We have our meeting next Tuesday, so I don't have anything to report at this time.
Okay, Plattsburgh Municipal Lighting Department, Councilor Gibbs. I have no updates. Okay. Climate Smart Task Force, Councilor Gibbs.
So we, our group of volunteers just completed the food audit for the library and the police department. Next week, we'll be doing our food audit of the municipal lighting building. And then after that, we have the public works building and the city hall building, and that will conclude the food audits. We will, at that point, determine what is the volume of food that we are collecting. We are going to need to strategically plan what we're going to do about food diversion in the city from there. So there'll be a lot of actions and recommendations coming out of the committee very soon.
All right, thank you, Councilor Gibbs. And as the other liaison, I'm happy to report that last month, Climate Task Force has officially been in effect for a year now. So we've been doing some talking and evaluating about all the things that we have done. We are working towards that bronze. So hopefully, we'll have some good news about that. All right, Mr. Schneller, do you have any staff member reports?
Okay.
Any special committee reports? All right, now we'll go on to the report of payrolls of various departments. I'll now report the payrolls of various departments in the city of Plattsburgh approved by the Common Council for the week ending May 17th, 2023 in the amount of $608,436.15. Now I'll do the report audit of claims. I'll now report the bills audited by the Common Council for the week ending May 12th, 2023 in the amount of $4,953,286.83 and May 19th, 2023 in the amount of $722,000 and $722,028.05. I was misreading numbers. All right. Before voting on the following resolutions, I will note that a majority of the resolutions have been thoroughly discussed by the appropriate committees and department heads. We're now taking these action on these items in large part due to the recommendation of the committees. Ms. Carlin, will you please read the titles of the resolutions to be acted upon?
Item 7.103, authorize acceptance of donation from Sunrise Rotary Plattsburgh.
I'll take a motion. Councilor Bob, second by Councilor Gibbs. Discussion. Okay, this is a donation for the Sunrise Rotary for mobility mats for the beach. There are some that tell us that, we need to be doing more for, our disabled citizens of the city, and I think this will help, them to enjoy the beach, so, we'll do a roll call.
Counselor Bond,
Yes.
Counselor Kelly,
Yes.
Counselor Gibb,
Yes.
Counselor Talon,
Yes.
Counselor Bob,
Yes.
Counselor Moore.
Yes,
Item 7.104, authorized feasibility study and schematic plan for city recreation center roof renovation.
Motion, Counselor Gibbs, second by Bob. Discussion? All right, roll call.
Counselor Bond,
Yes.
Counselor Kelly,
Yes.
Counselor Gibb,
Yes.
Counselor Talon.
Yes.
Counselor Bob,
Yes.
Counselor Moore.
yes,
Item 7.105, approval of police academy director, training director services.
I'll take a motion. Counselor Bob, second. Counselor Kelly. Discussion? Roll call.
Counselor Bond,
Yes.
Counselor Kelly,
Yes.
Counselor Gibb,
Yes.
Counselor Talon.
Yes.
Counselor Bob,
Yes.
Counselor Moore.
yes,
Item 7.106, authorized travel request, police department.
I'll take a motion. Counselor Bob, second. Counselor Kelly. Discussion? Roll call.
Counselor Bond,
Yes.
Counselor Kelly,
Yes.
Counselor Gibb,
Yes.
Counselor Talon.
Yes.
Counselor Bob,
Yes.
Counselor Moore.
yes,
Item 7.107, authorized renewal contract, Complex Data Innovations Inc. parking ticket collection service.
I'll take a motion. Counselor Gibbs, and second by Bob. Discussion? Roll call.
Counselor Bond,
Yes.
Counselor Kelly,
Yes.
Counselor Gibb,
Yes.
Counselor Talon.
Yes.
Counselor Bob.
Yes.
Counselor Moore.
yes,
Item 7.108, authorizing revising capital project H5110.92, 2022 equipment purchase for.
I'll take a motion. Counselor Bob, second. Counselor Kelly. Discussion?
Yes, can I get an explanation on this?
Oh, sorry.
The original was the air packs. You'll see there was revisions. Originally, the numbers came in for 2020, they were low. We had to re-estimate when we were doing this, moved it up to 220,000. And once all the bids came in, we had 231. In our doing the budget this year, we took money out of the things that we would put in the operating budget. We decided to do them as a capital project because of the length of service. So we're doing it, we're spreading the payments out longer, instead of coming in for a firehouse for 25,000. We can just spread it out longer. So that's what this is that we're adding fire hose and protective gear that has lifespans that meet the capital project.
Is that what that means, ancillary fire?
Yes,
What's the life of this?
the fire hose.
Either, is it?
Fire hose, we can go 20-25 years. Right now, we have some that is in the 90s that we need to replace. Fire gear by law has to be replaced every 10 years. So that $3,000 a set becomes very costly in the operating budget. So we have to raise our operating budget, whereas we're looking to do it as a capitalized project.
Okay,
I think the money is coming out of one of the general fund, correct? We're paying for this out of the fire budget, am I correct? Sorry, it's coming out of the fire budget, right?
It's coming, which.
No, it's a capital project.
It's a capital project,
Yeah.
so it's going through the capital fund.
Yeah, we're not borrowing money from this, are we?
It depends. It depends on, where we are, when it comes time to fund this. If we need to borrow, we will have to. With a 10-year, 20-year life on it. Not just the expense usage of the life of the debt.
Okay, so it will be coming back here. For a vote for if we do put this in the bond, all right.
So at the end of the year, when we decide what we're bonding and what we're going to just pay for outright, That's where we make the decision, more or less.
That'll have to happen in November,
Right.
and we have the existing ban for nearly 12 million to go forward and determine what we have to fund and what we don't have to fund,
Right.
and what new projects have to be added to that fund.
Mhm.
So we'll come up with that list probably in October. Determine what we have to roll forward and sure,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Thank you, Chief.
All right, anything else? All right, roll call.
Counselor Bond,
Yes.
Counselor Kelly,
Yes.
Counselor Gibb,
Yes.
Counselor Talon.
Yes.
Counselor Bob,
Yes.
Counselor Moore.
Yes,
Item 7.109, authorize MLB to award bid.
Motion. Mr. Ritz, second. Mr. Kelly, discussion. Roll call.
Counselor Bond,
Yes.
Counselor Kelly,
Yes.
Counselor Gibb,
Yes.
Counselor Talon.
Yes.
Counselor Bob.
Yes.
Counselor Moore.
yes,
Item 7.10, mayoral appointment, Counselor Moore to the Board of Ethics.
Motion, Counselor Gibbs, second, Counselor Rock. Roll call.
Counselor Bond,
Yes.
Counselor Kelly,
Yes.
Counselor Gibb,
Yes.
Counselor Talon.
Yes.
Counselor Bob,
Yes.
Counselor Moore.
yes.
Congratulations. All right, there is no need to go into executive session tonight. Any new business?
Yes, I have a question since we're all here and Richard's here. I'm sorry, I've been absent from the finance meetings these last couple of months. Has there been discussion about, the development of the 5-year plan? Usually that's done by June.
Not that I'm aware of. I haven't heard of anything about, getting started on that. We're still working on closing the books for 22 with the final audit report. Everything's been reported to the state, and we have the numbers that we say are complete, but I haven't heard anything about doing the 5 years now.
That really should be done. Just want to bring that up to council. So that's an extremely important document for planning into the future, what we're spending, what we anticipate to spend. So I understand that you're tied up at the moment, but I just want to remind council that when that is done and we can get freed up to do that needs to be done.
I think we're due to have it done in June.
It's May, so it's
By the end of June now.
Charter says June first.
since June.
We can have some flexibility there.
Still a lot of time before June 1st.
Thank you.
Any other new business?
Oh, I do have one more thing, straight Matt here. I see that we have a resolution, for center, recreation center roof renovations. Matt, has there been any discussion about the roof on the building at the beach where the little bar restaurant area is? It's all covered in moss. Is there going to be any plan to repair or replace that roof? Has that been discussed?
So yes, there are repairs related to the building. We applied as part of last year's CFA process for a grant to facilitate some of those repairs. Unfortunately, we didn't receive that funding. Pending approval from the council, it's our intention to resubmit that grant application and hope for a better result this year. But there are some general maintenance issues with the building that can be taken care of in advance of that. And I'm working with DPW on when those can be completed. It's an ongoing process.
So, in terms of the crate building demolition, when I was out there for a walk a few days ago, you can see the internal workings of the building with the cross beams and those big white pillars into the ground. Can we get an update from the construction company about how the demolition is going and what is the plan to remove those massive pillars?
Yeah, I guess those details.
That would be a really useful, I'd like to know, because now that you can see the internal structure of the building, you can see those steel beams, and how they're sunk into those pillars. And I'd like to know how the company plans on removing those, and how that's gonna be taken care of. What was the original plan for removal of the cement foundation that the building is on?
So the contractor is required to crush the foundation to a depth of 36 inches below the surrounding grade. All that material will then be removed from the site. And fresh material will be placed on top of the former footprint of the building with topsoil going on the top and grass seed, and it'll be just a big open field once they're done.
Okay, and do we know how far into the ground those big white pillars go?
Off the top of my head, I do not.
Yeah, so I would like to see some updates about that for council.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, I guess that could be up to 5 feet. You don't wanna end up with what happened to Wyatt and Rouse's Point. That's a horrible eyesore, and if you put soil on top of a shallow, in a shallow place, it will dry out and the grass will all die and it won't grow, so we should make sure that it's has a depth that we will grow in there, that will have proper water.
Well, I think it's incredibly important because if we're saying that the plan is, what did you say, 36 inches?
Below grade, yeah.
Okay, 3 feet, but if
Could
you're,
be well worth it.
if you're thinking those, I mean, they're enormous. White pillars are farther down than 3 feet. I'd like to know what the plan is. Because I don't want to see an eyesore there. I know no one here wants to see an eyesore, but I'd like to see an update. So we know for sure. Thank you, Matt.
Any other new business? I would just like to, remind the public that there's gonna be a bike rodeo this Saturday down at the Harborside parking lot, so, it's gonna be fun for everybody, for people who wanna ride bikes, and I think they're gonna be giving helmets away, so, should be a nice Monday, hopefully we'll have good weather. Now, if there's nothing further to come before this council, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. All right, Councilor Bond and Councilor Gibbs, we are adjourned. Thank you. Good evening. Bye.